Hi, and welcome to another episode of Optimising RPG. Today we're going to be playing Tendry's Tale again, and we're going to go on to the third score point, which is called Defeated Red Guard. Now I'm going to be restoring to a fairly familiar point. So, as we have done on the previous score point, Defeated Goblin King, we're going to be leaving Rule 3 with all of the attack gems picked up, and we've left behind anything that wasn't attack. So, this mud baby here is holding just a key. We don't need that, so we've left him behind. Here's another mud baby with a key and 3 potions. We've left him behind. We have picked up the blue key and the attack here. And I just wanted to quickly show you as well, as always, we've left behind this spider with this little health potion, but something different that we're doing this time is here's another enemy that's not hiding attack, and this spider is holding this blue key. He needs only 3 more attack until he is completely free, and we can collect that and then come back again to pick this up and basically save 12 HP. So that's what we're going to do. So those 4 monsters have been left unkilled, otherwise we've grabbed pretty much everything. So just going to go, as always, the long way around. So in the previous episode of Tendry's Tale, where we updated the Goblin King score point, you'll remember that we actually didn't spawn the boss. So this is an important part of why we can leave behind the spider guarding the blue key, because we can now backtrack through the level without needing to So it's the same decision here as always. It's cheaper to go through the goblin because the antlions sum up to more health. One thing you will notice with the antlions, only 4 more attack and they are free. They will become free at the same time as the spiders. 67, 68 attack in the base game. The default monsters, sorry. A lot of them become free or significantly cheaper. It's an important attack threshold. So this time, what we need to consider is, do we want to start picking up all this attack? So when we optimise just for this boss, we leave this attack behind, because what we do is we will pick up a lot of free attack, we will collect the goblin biter, and then we come back again. And that works out cheaper because we get to save this 55 damage. You know, it is achievable to hit this 16 attack. Now that we are going to be going beyond this boss, there is a shield in the next level, and that shield saves us 40 defense. It takes us from 40 to 80, so we can actually make big savings on some of these guys, like these grey men here. So we don't want to be killing monsters and coming back in order to collect these gems before we've got the shield. So it actually makes sense to pick them up now before we step over these force arrows and essentially lock our way coming back without having to without first killing either this Mad Eye and this Grey Man, or also getting back by killing this Grey Man and this Grey Man. So, in addition to that, if we gather this attack, there is a goblin that we have to kill here, and in 2 more attack checkpoints time, we will achieve, if we collect all of the free gems and also the 3 gems that are hidden behind Mad Eyes at this stage. So the math works out better that what we're going to do is we are going to kill these Mad Eyes to get the attack now. That way we don't have to come back until after we've gotten the shield for killing all of the other monsters. We're not going to kill this Mad Eye just yet, because one more attack gem makes both the antlion free that is guarding the passageway to get to that eye. So that's why we're going down this way. Just going to skip this cutscene. Now, going this way does require opening a yellow door. There is also a yellow door here, and you must open one of these in order to get to this gem. In addition, they both also have a Mad Eye in front of them, but this one this way also has a Grey Man. Now, when we did the defeated Goblin King score point, we came this way and picked this up a little bit later. But this time we're going to be opening it from this side instead. And we will simply not be opening this yellow door. Whoops. And we'll collect this stuff while we're here. So what this has done is this has made these antlions free to kill now. So we're just going to collect this stuff while it's free. No, we don't have to kill him, but we will. And that then allows us to pick up this attack here. So now that we have this attack, we also know it's going to be a little while until we are able to get back through here, because our next aim is to step over these force arrows. The blue key that the spider was guarding is necessary for here, so we want to go back now that it is free and collect it. And because we never spawned the boss, we can get back this way freely. Unfortunately, there is no faster way to do this other than to walk all the way back the long way around. These guys have become cheaper as well, but we can make them cheaper still. They will be free when we get the shield. So there we are, no damage to pick that up. And while we're here, we will collect this. And now there's no reason to come back to Rule 2 anymore. The two mud babies still to kill in this level, they can wait. So now we can carry on with Rule 4. Remember, this guy is free, so we can pick up this attack. And we did recently cross an attack threshold for the Grey Man, so we have managed to save a little bit of damage there.
Goblins are...
This is free, so we'll collect it now. And this one is free as well, so we just got to do this little loop for some reason. Not sure why it's designed that way. Now, goblins, as you can see, when we get 2 more attack gems, we do save damage. So the mandatory fight that's north of here, by collecting those gems, we do save 80. Yes, and there we are, it only deals 320 now.
About time.
And this is the Goblin Biter. Now our immediate goal is to make the Goblin King cheaper, the boss. He will become cheaper at essentially 84 attack that we will have, actually 83, but we will hit 84. He then doesn't become any cheaper The maximum attack you can get from this level is 92, but it does not hit another attack threshold, so we really only need 84 attack before we can move on to the next level. So how do we get to that? We need 2 more gems. This one's the cheapest, and it's not going to get any cheaper soon, so we're going to collect that. And then we have to kill a goblin. Goblins are the monsters that hit the hardest, and we don't really want to kill them unless we have to, but here we are forced to kill a goblin. The only attack gems that remain, they are all behind goblins, so we can pick any of them. We're just going to grab him, he's closest. So as you can see now, the Goblin King, he's only going to get cheaper when we have 100 attack, and we can't hit that. So we might as well kill him now. He's not going to get any cheaper than this. And we can move on and see what's in the next level.
Once you are familiar with...
So just remember, there is still 8 attack that is left uncollected. So we need to just take a look at the monsters that we are fighting. So 8 attack would not make any difference to this guy. In fact, 84 attack is an attack threshold for the tar babies. So we can just go ahead and kill him. It is score equivalent to either kill the tar baby or open the yellow door, because he costs 400.
This is a danger.
But we value yellow keys more than the health, so that's why I've decided to kill him. But it makes no real difference for this score point. Here's our first use of the roach. If you've ever played regular DROD, these are very simple puzzles to use with the roach. Now here's a goblin that we have to fight. We could save 80 health by killing 2 other goblins on the previous floor. This will be worthwhile only if it turns out we need to kill other goblins on the other floor. Obviously, killing 2 goblins to save health on a goblin isn't great unless you're going to be making other savings anyway. I'm just going to pick up this stuff while I'm here. So far we've had to do this. I suppose I should explain here, we could kill this goblin to get here this way. However, we didn't have a green key to carry on through here because we just picked that up down here. We could still make this choice. However, we then need to kill this tar baby and this goblin just to get through. And it's going to turn out that actually going this way down here is 1 tar baby, and it also gets us over here, but we pick up 2 attack gems while we're at it, so it's both cheaper and we gain more attack to go this way. Now this guy's still not within the 8 attack threshold, so it's still okay. We don't have to collect any of that other attack from the previous level. Sorry, I said 2 attack gems, it's actually 3. That's right, we can't go that way. And we can probably make that cheaper before we get the blue key. So at this stage we are now at the part where, had we killed 4 goblins, we could have made this tar baby cheaper, but it's not just 4 goblins, it was 4 goblins and there was a grey man blocking one of those goblins, so 4 goblins and a grey man to make this guy cheaper. Given that it would only save us 100, and at the moment, or how it would have been, the difference between killing a goblin, it was 160, and if we collect the shield on this floor it goes down to 40, so each of them costs us 120 more. So it was clearly a bad economy to kill the goblins in order to make this tar baby cheaper. So why have we gone up this path? This actually isn't on the way to the shield. The shield is all the way over here. I'll open that map, which requires going through here. but we've gone up here. So why have we done this? On the way to the shield are these guys, the swordsmen. They deal incredible amounts of damage unless we can get up to 100 attack. So we do need to pick up more attack on the way, and there is a lot of attack up in this section. So as you saw, we picked up 3, then 6, then 9 down here. Up here there is another 3, 6, 9 and 12 attack, which is actually all that we need in order to reduce the value of this swordsman. So going up here only requires us to go out of our way to kill 1 tar baby and 1 goblin, and it gets us 12 plus 6, it gives us 18 more attack, so that's incredibly large amounts of attack on its own. So that's what we're going to do. This goblin is not going to get any cheaper. We're never going to hit that attack threshold on this level, so that's right, I want to do this to open the red doors. So we're just going to do that now. And by opening that red door, we unlock this 6 attack here. Oh, and of course, in addition to that, we needed some green keys. We actually couldn't continue without the green keys that are up here, so actually we had no choice but to go up in this route anyway. This is an interesting puzzle. You actually, if you do this and this trick here, if this is the first token you hit, you can walk across here, and that means you never need to kill this tar baby, because you only need to hit 3 out of the 4 tokens to get out of here. So this attack is essentially free. It costs 2 Greckle gates, but you know, it's free money in the first half of Tendry's Tale. You don't have to worry about money at all. Here's another green key that we're going to need. Again, free. So now at 105 attack, we have achieved all of the attack that we need. We've actually achieved far more than we need, but it's all been largely free. We have to kill him to get out. There was actually 2 ways to get out. We also could have gone this way, but going this way would have involved killing a soulless and a tar baby. So killing 1 goblin is a lot cheaper. Or should I say, killing a goblin and a tar baby is cheaper than a soulless and a tar baby.
There you go.
Here's another roach puzzle. There are only those 2 roach puzzles in this whole game, so it just gets us some free health.
Access for...
Now that guy there gives a speech that seems to imply that you can reach 150 attack before killing him. There's actually you can get up to 146 attack on this level, so this is as cheap as this guy's ever going to get. We have even more free attack here. I guess we have a choice. Do we want to walk through this guy's sword or kill him? But he only hits us twice. So getting hit once and then coming back and hitting him, killing him twice, even with the shield, it's only going to save us 80. It's not worth taking 140 to save 80. We do have to come back this way, so we are just going to kill him. We need a blue key in order to get to the shield, and it just gives us 1 free right before it, so not a problem there. We have to kill this guy to get this platform. You can actually... So the reason why this works is because there is actually a platform on this room. It's not water on the other side, it is a platform, so you can skip killing that tar baby. We have to kill this soulless. in order to continue, so that's what we're doing.
Yes.
And there is the
nice,
shield.
Even for a brave soul like me.
So the shield makes a nice big difference. It's knocked 40 off of every hit that we're going to take from all the monsters at the moment. We're just going to pick up the skeleton key while we're here. So now really the main quest is to pick up all of the attack and then fight the boss. This guy's not going to be cheaper before we get this attack. However, there is a mandatory goblin and a tar baby fight. We do need quite a bit more attack to make the tar baby cheaper. The goblins are not going to get any cheaper now. We have reduced them to their minimum damage for this score point, so we are free to just kill any goblins. So now is the time to collect that attack in Rule 4. In addition to that, the soulless will get cheaper when our attack is at 140. Given that our maximum attack we can reach is 146, that means that there are 2 soulless guarding gems that we can make cheaper, but only 2. This secret room down here is guarded by a soulless. This one here is guarded by a soulless and a tar baby, so I like to pick these 2 gems as the last 2 that we are going to collect when it is cheaper to kill a soulless. That means we can start killing soulless now. So this guy, he's not going to get any cheaper, so we'll collect that one now. Interestingly as well, if we go up here, there is collecting 6 attack, and then we have to kill a soulless to escape. So if we can wait until this says +6 attack for faster win, we can actually collect that attack and then make him cheaper. So these 2 attack gems are going to be the 4th and 3rd last that we pick, with this being the 2nd to last and this one being the actual last gem that we collect. So we're getting an order here. This one works because, you know, we pick up the attack before we have to do the fight, so we might as well leave it until the stage where we cross that threshold by picking it up. There's a tar baby for more attack. We're going to leave him for now. This guy's not going to get any cheaper. Again, we can kill this guy. There's a secret down here. We could have collected this a bit earlier, but it didn't matter. And here's another soulless guarding attack. So again, we can just go ahead and kill this guy now to get his attack, because we'd have to take 200 damage anyway at some point. So now we can go on a goblin killing rampage and collect all of the attack. They are very close to being free, but they are not yet. Now this guy is very close to, we can save 5 health. If we can get 3 more attack gems on the next level, we can make this guy cheaper. Unfortunately, it's not going to work out that way. We actually want this attack gem here to make tar babies cheaper on the next floor. So it is worth taking 5 damage extra from this guy in order to save, was it 60 damage from the next tar baby that we fight. So we are going to kill him, even though he's pretty close to an attack threshold. Yeah. But there's no point in going back to the rest of the level just yet, because we can wait a little bit longer and make this grey man cheaper. And we're going to be returning to the rest of the level through that grey man, because we're not going to be opening this door. Mad Eye's still not quite free yet, so we're going to wait. So now comes the question of what next to collect our attack. Well, we've just made tar babies cheaper. This is their minimum damage that they're going to be now on this score point, so now we can start killing tar babies. So every tar baby that's got this guarding attack on his own, we can kill. All of the monsters involved in this chain here are free. Or not free, sorry, at the minimum attack they're going to be. So now is the time to do this. And now it's only those 4 attack gems left, the ones that we had specified we were going to collect in a certain order. So this is where the I said that the Soulless are at +6 attack for faster win. So if we collect the 6 attack over here, when it comes to kill this Soulless, we've knocked 100 damage off of what he deals. To open these red doors and get all of the stuff, killing the tar baby is cheaper than killing a goblin and a soulless, so that's why we don't go up this way, but instead we kill the tar baby. That goblin never needs to be killed, he's always free. I'm not sure why he's standing there. It's trivial to just walk around him. At this stage every monster is at the cheapest it's going to be, and that is because we now have all of the stats. No, we don't, because we should be at 146. Right, yes, sorry. There's this one left. So if you're not aware of this secret room, pathing through the room above can be quite tricky, deciding do you want to spend a blue key and go here, or do you want to come round, go here, and like either go this way or through him. But when you realise the secret room is there, the solution is quite straightforward. There's the boss. We don't want to kill him yet. He's not going to get any cheaper, but now we really just want to go through and pick up all of the stuff that we've left behind. So there's nothing left on this floor except a map that we don't want. But there are things left on Rule 4 and Rule 3. So he's free. At 5 damage, he's nothing. Well, he's not exactly nothing, he's close to nothing. And now we finally get to go back to the rest of Rule 4 and clean up everything that we left behind, and of course go back to Rule 3. So we left it all the way till the end, just so we could kill that grey man for as cheaply as possible, because we really didn't need any of this stuff. We were in no rush. So just the usual cleanup. You've actually seen all of this before when we did. This is the same cleanup as when we did the defeated Goblin King score point. These mud babies are free. Sorry, I am zooming through that stats screen very quickly, but... And there we go, we know we left nothing on Rule 2, so we have gathered everything that is available to us. So all that remains now is to kill the boss. Just the long winding road all the way back. So at least we only didn't have to go all the way down back to Rule 2. Even though this path is still slightly winding. There's a lot of winding paths in the first half of Tendry Tale. And here we go. You can walk past him and take 150 damage to pick up health. That also gives you 150 damage. There is no point in that at all, so we are just going to kill the boss. And there we have it, 1365. That is the current top score. As always with these things, you know, is that the actual top score? Well, you can never be sure. However, I have a lot of confidence in the fact that I believe that this is the best possible score. I spent quite a long time looking over this, and it was only thanks to Green Science showing me that you could not spawn the boss in Rule 3 that has finally allowed me to match the top score with the guy called Kevin who has held it for quite a long time. And this is exactly his score to the hit point. So now that multiple people have achieved exactly the same amount of health, I feel more confident that there's not really much, if any, room for improvement. So I think that this is the perfect score for defeated Redguard. As with the defeated Greyman, if you hit his sword and walk up the stairs, it disables the score point, so you can't cheese it by going past him, completing the hold, coming back and stabbing him and getting a massive score. You do have to kill him right here. Anyway, that was it for the top score of defeated Redguard. I hope you found this interesting, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.